Hello everyone, this is Anil Kumar. In the last video, we have seen some kind of internals in the Spring Boot application, how to change the kind of versioning of these particular jar files, how to make the compatibility for the kind of related Hibernate jar files. And earlier we created a controller as well, welcome controller. So what I will do is in this particular video, let's like start creating a end-to-end web application where we will read the data, we will update the data, we will insert the data, all those things we will do it in a step-by-step manner. So what I will do is I will do the steps that I am going to do is maybe on a high level. I will say I will create a user entity object, okay, and next I would create a user controller where it would actually having all the mappings for post request and get request and put request for updating all those things. And maybe I will mock the data, okay. I will mock user data for couple of sessions. Then actually we will create a repository, okay. Repository means like connecting to the database, how in memory database of h2 database. Slowly we will build the end-to-end kind of application where we can retrieve, post, all those things we can able to do it. So let's kickstart. Just I try to explain it. What we are going to do is, and yeah, let's dive into the creation of an application. So I think I created this folder. I don't know why I created. Probably in the earlier video. So let me refresh that. So let me create a particular application. I will try to create a folder called something user repo something. I'm creating just a kind of folder where I can able to add some elements over there, add some classes. Let me create a basic controller class first. It is a very similar to the welcome controller, okay. Go to other, will create a class where I will name it as a user controller, okay. User controller, basically what it would do is it would take all the kind of requests which are incoming requests from an web application, and it would map to a particular respective URL and do the necessary functionality, whether it is inserting the user or retrieving the data or whatever. So we will see this user controller. I will try to just add one method. It is very much similar to the welcome controller. So public uh, retrieve user, okay. I'm trying to write a very simple method. We will see what it is going to do. It would fetch some data, okay. It would say fetch from data. You cannot call it as data because it's a kind of mock object. What I'm trying to understand, what we are trying to understand in this application. I will just do a request mapping over here because our request has to map for this incoming request. I am doing request mapping dot. So I would just map this one as a user, okay. I will just map maybe it's a kind of get user, but I'm just making this call as a mapped a URL called /user, okay. And in this what I'm doing is I will try to just I think we need to have some users in the backend, right, in order to retrieve it. But for time being, I will just create a dummy user, okay. Dummy user, what user object have we created a user object here? We haven't, but it's okay. But we will create some kind of user object. Go to the class. Okay, I'm just naming it as a user. Okay, it's a user object. Uh, I'm just making private string ID. Okay, private string, maybe a name. Okay, uh, private string, maybe language. Okay, language what he speaks, that particular user. uh, See, I'm getting the setters and getters. I'm not making this particular object as a entity object, but in future I'm trying to make this convert into entity object. But for time being, for demonstration, I am not making now. Okay, we will make this one to be a kind of entity object, and we will connect to the database as well. We will see that one in the upcoming sessions. But now it is a just a kind of user object, which is having a I think it's a redundant actually. I just you need to cut paste actually. So this is the user object. What I will do is I will just create a user object. User equal to new user. Okay, I will make user dot set id. I'm just setting an id. It's a dummy data only. Okay, maybe 101. And user dot set name, uh, maybe our reference name Java Tech 101. Okay, and I'm making language as a default some language. Okay, set language as some, what is our default language? Probably English. So this is fine. Okay, I think we need to import request mapping, right? So we will import this one. Yeah, we will come to the return. We need to return the this particular object as well. Okay, we need to return this particular object. uh, so what it does is, this is a simple user controller, but we need to declare this one as a REST controller, right? Our auto enable auto configuration would see all the kind of controllers which are there in the package, and it would identify, and it treats as a REST controller. So what I have done, just a kind of create a controller, just done a request mapping over here, and yeah, take a dummy data, some put a some dummy user id, and I am trying to return. And we need to fetch this data to the to display into the user. So let me run this application. Okay, it would be as similar as a welcome controller. So I think I need to see, before running we need to stop this particular server, because the embedded Tomcat, every time it would take the new instance, it won't take the old instance. So I need to start every time. So let me run this, so whether it is correctly working, able to run it, or anything error, so that we can get it resolved. And uh, yeah, I think it is getting started. I think it is very much so. It is listening on the port 8080, as we have seen. uh, Go to open a new browser, and type it like what will be the URL. This is the our end-to-end task, but in order to go there, localhost, okay, 8080 slash user, right? This should be our URL, because our mapping URL would be the similar to the user. See, in fact, it has able to fetch the data whatever we have just sent it from the browser, sent it from our application from the rest controller. This is that simple to make an application to run it. But we haven't done much, but we will slowly progress. We will also make this user as an um, database entity object, and we will try to post the data. Okay, all those things we will see in our upcoming session. Thanks for watching this video. If you like it, please click on the like button and do subscribe to my channel.